What's going on, everyone? This is RJ Game News USA here, and if you've noticed on the channel, we've been playing a lot of Splitgate 2. I believe it's an 8 out of 10 game. I think it's a pretty good game. I think it's better than the original Splitgate, and you all can catch me playing that Mondays and evening time for a couple hours every Monday, basically, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it. By all means, it's not a perfect game. However, I'm looking over the review scores for Splitgate 2, and we'll go over them. And I think they're a touch low. I think this game has a negative perception for reasons I'm not sure are fair. So let's just jump right into it. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and comment below your thoughts on Splitgate 2. And let's jump right into it. So Splitgate 2 has a 68 on Metacritic. Granted, only 5 critical reviews, which we will go through now. So first of all, its top score from anybody is an 80. The only score in the green. And it's from Game Reactor UK. So this is the score I agree with, an 80. They say, I will absolutely keep playing this and hope that the exorbitant bundle deals are slimmed down in price-wise, and that the upcoming maps reintroduce some verticality again. Beyond that and the pointless battle royale, it's easy to see Splitgate 2 has managed to find its spot. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of the battle royale. I do think there are some good modes in this game. Firecracker's awesome, Hot Zone's awesome, TDM, I like how they do rounds. It's like sets in tennis. The gameplay's fun. I think it's much better than Splitgate 1. It's faster. It's snappier. So yeah, I mostly agree here with Game Reactor UK. I don't care about microtransactions. I don't buy any. IGN Deutschland with a 70 says Splitgate 2 offers solid, fast-paced gameplay and intelligently encourages team play. The portal mechanic rewards intelligent play and opens up possibilities not seen in other shooters. True. And they say the large selection of game modes might spread its community too thin. Interesting. Like I said, I don't think it needs a battle royale mode, but this doesn't read like a review that's a 70. This reads like a review that's more like an 80 at least. So I don't think the score matches the words. And we'll definitely call that out. How about a 70 by Games.cz? Splitgate 2 is trying to stand on its own, though it's still a bit unsteady on its feet. It currently lacks game modes, ranked matches, and a broader variety of maps. Even so, it already delivers a fun shooter experience where mowing down opponents at a fast-paced rate is fun. So, interesting. The last reviewer says too many game modes. This reviewer says not enough game modes. They both end up with a 70. Interesting. So which is it? Too much content or not enough content? I think the amount of content's fine. I, of course, wouldn't mind more maps. But, like I said, you got Firecracker, Domination, Hot Zone, Team Deathmatch. These are all the arena modes are fun. I would get rid of Battle Royale and add more arena modes if you could, honestly. Maybe Capture the Flag. I know they have Split Ball too. Game 8 with a 66, saying Splitgate 2 is at best a half-baked mix of better games, with a meager selection of classes, weak loadout variety, a forgettable Battle Royale mode, and an even more Battle Pass slop. It's a shooter that barely leaves an impression, let alone earns your time. I disagree. It earns my time. I think that the lack of classes makes it doable to, like, focus in on what you're good at. It's 3 classes, so, I mean, you're not being overwhelmed with, like, 30 different classes. You're not being overwhelmed with, like, 30 different weapons. It's a simplified tool set that, hey, somebody who can't sit there and play a shooter like 12 hours a day and do what Call of Duty does, I could get on it a few hours a week, enjoy myself, actually feel like I'm progressing and have an end in sight to progression, I'm cool with it. You get like 3 classes that each go up to level 25. Weapons go up to like level 10. I'm overall, like I said, I'm okay with the progression on this. There's just enough daily and weekly challenges to keep me playing, for sure. In addition to the fact that it's just really fun. PC Gamer with a 60. Splitgate 2 is a fine first free-to-play time waster, but its portals don't add much to the genre, and its shooting is nothing special. I disagree. The portals are interesting. The portals adds a little wrinkle to it that the other games don't have, and I think the shooting is great in this game. I think the time to kill is perfect. It's something longer than a Call of Duty, but shorter than a Halo. I think the movement's pretty good, and like I said, overall, I really enjoyed this game. I do think the maps could be better. That's true. I do think the Battle Royale mode is a waste of time. Yes, it's not a perfect game at all. It's an 8 out of 10. But I'm still playing it, and I'm enjoying it. So why don't we look at the user scores? We only have 7 users that bothered to leave a review, and it's at a paltry 4.1. So let's read some of these user score reviews. Sonbody46 with a 0 saying, I have no interest to play this game. So you left a review for a game that you did not play. Congratulations, sir. You just lost your privilege to have the rest of your review be read. You should be banned from being able to leave reviews. You can't leave reviews for games you haven't played. Or you shouldn't be able to. How about Lyra Chops with a 3? Saying, cool concept, gameplay is nice, but unfortunately the insanely obvious and rampant cheating ruins the experience. Respawn design was clearly done by a 3-year-old with no understanding of how multiplayer FPS works. I don't notice cheating in the game, and I don't really notice the respawns being that bad. So I just disagree. How about the Rad Josh with a 9? Saying, Splitgate 2 review. The FPS multiverse has evolved. Splitgate 2 blasts onto the scene with jetpacks blazing and portals ripping through reality like never before, building on the cult of classic original. This sequel to the jaw-dropping fusion of arena shooter nostalgia. Okay, we're going to stop his review because ChatGPT clearly wrote it. And this is clearly probably a Splitgate 2 employee. How about Makaraja with a 3? Saying, couldn't stand it for more than 15 minutes. The UI is awful. Hard to read. I don't know how experienced studio could let this slide. There's no consistency with frames, buttons, etc. Game having lots of modes open from the beginning, and I was completely lost. I couldn't disagree more with this review. The UI is easy for me to read. I'm an old head. I need an easy to read UI. I've ran into so many games, especially recently, where the UI sucks, and I instantly just quit. So I think the UI is fine. There's no consistency with frames. I disagree. And buttons, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but there's no issue there. The game has lots of modes open from the beginning, and I was completely lost. It's really not that any more than a regular FPS guy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like this review. Danny 3PO with a 2 saying Splitgate 2 fails to evolve meaningfully beyond its predecessor. Bugs, unbalanced gameplay, and aggressive monetization frustrate players, making it feel more like an expansion than a true sequel. Again, I'm going to have to disagree with the user review here. Because it's definitely a step up from its predecessor in the gameplay department. Like, yes, the original Splitgate was an indie darling. Yes, I enjoyed it. This game's far better, gameplay-wise. It just is. I don't notice any bugs. And I don't notice any unbalanced gameplay. And as far as the aggressive monetization goes, I kick ass in the game and I don't pay a dime. So it does feel a lot more than like an expansion. It does feel a lot more like a sequel than an expansion. So I just gotta disagree. Now, let's go to what did the original Splitgate get? Because honestly, I know this game is better than the original Splitgate. The original Splitgate only got a 71 on Metacritic, which is really, that's only about 3 points higher than Splitgate 2. But the user reviews are much higher, 7.3 over the 4.1. And I think what this is here is this is just backlash for the head of Splitgate 2 Studio going on with that shirt or hat or whatever, saying make FPS great again, being controversial, being a little edgy, being a little pushy against other games, and basically arguing with the fans. I think you got a little backlash there on the user scores, for sure. Let's look at the original Splitgate a little bit. So again, for the original Splitgate, the high review was an 80. Said by Level says a decently made arena shooter, which is taken by Portal Elements to a new level. Scroll down. I'm not going to give you all of it, but IGN with a 71. Weird, IGN to 71. IGN must have been doing their 100-point scale back then. But it says Splitgate's Portal gun makes it one of the smartest multiplayer shooters around. But a small player base leads to long, frustrating waits between unbalanced matches. Game Revolution is 70, Multiplayer.it is 75, DualShock is 75, Game Space is 60. So yeah, sort of similar to Splitgate 2 reviews, honestly. Like I say, user scores are bumped up, probably because of the latest controversy. Overall, I think both the media and the fans are being a little harsh on Splitgate 2. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot funner than recent Call of Duty iterations. Yeah, that's where I land on it. So if you guys want to see me play more Splitgate 2, keep supporting, keep hitting that like button. I'll see y'all Monday on another playthrough of it. So we'll have some fun. We'll have a good time. I'll see y'all later.